Welcome to the third-person game mechanics tutorial. We're in section 1. So what you want to do is go to scenes and click the very first one, the character third-person controller. You double-click, it'll give you the scene. We'll go to the next page. We want to meet Ethan, so click this one right here and click F to zoom out on him. You then play. You should be able to start playing with him. Yep. We see animations, running, and yeah, he works. Now what we want to do is change his variables. So since we have him selected, if we go to his third person character, you can see move, turn speed, stationary, stuff like that. You're supposed to do 3 to 4. I'm just going to do 2 to prove a point. Let's put jump power to 12. Oh, I mean 12, not 612. 12 and 720 for turn speed. Maybe 360 for this. I'm just playing around. You're supposed to do the same too. Doesn't have to be exact to my numbers. I'm just experimenting. And yeah, he turns a lot faster now. And he jumps higher too. So once you're finished with that, we'll get to the second part. Now we're in the second section. Let's go back to this scene. And now we want to bring Ellen in. So we go to characters, Ellen, models, Ellen right here, drag her to the hierarchy. And if you don't see her, click F, especially if you have her highlighted. And there she is. Now we want to bring Ellen, or Ethan is, the third person camera controller. We want to put him in between the camera controller. So do that. Try to line them as close as possible. That'll be good enough. Now we want to check if Ellen's a humanoid model. So we click on Ellen, rig, animation type, humanoid. We apply that. Now we want to delete Ethan, so expand the third person controller, Ethan body, Ethan glasses, and Ethan skeleton all has to go. So we delete that. We have to open the prefab if you get this, and just collapse these, and just highlight them again, and delete. There we go. And we just have the third person controller. Now Ethan's gone. Now we're hooking up Ellen to the third person controller. So we grab Ellen right here from the hierarchy and drag her right underneath the third person controller. You'll see this blue line. Don't parent it, just or child it. I don't really know what this is. Just put them right here. And if you click play, you'll be able to move around. She's T-posing right now, but we're going to fix that. But if you're able to move your controller and move Ellen, then you're doing a good job so far. Okay, now we want Ellen to have an actual animation while she's moving. So we click on the third person controller, scroll down until you find right here on the animator. You'll see Ethan avatar for the avatar. Change it by clicking the circle. Click Ellen avatar. Now when you play, it should start moving with her animations. And voila. She finally has her own animations and she's not T-posing anymore. And you could get the right camera angle, like make it a bit farther away or a bit higher, but that's not really needed since it's a pretty good angle so far. So that's the second section. Now we're going to go to the third section. And now we're in the final section. So let's interact with the prefab cubes, my bad. When we click play, we want to see, oh, our character's gone. So let's fix that real quick actually. Go to your characters folder, then Ellen, models, Ellen. And since we have no Ethan or Ellen, just drag her in between a third person controller like we did last time. let's go to a third person controller and check the avatar. It's Ethan's avatar, so we want to switch it to Ellen. And if we click play, she should work, and we should interact with the cubes. So let's do that. And yeah, everything seems to work. Okay. Let's remove the rigid body component. So we go to Geometry, Dynamic. All the boxes we see here should be highlighted. And let's remove the rigid body. So remove component. And there. Now all of them don't have a rigid body, and even says removed. So when we play again, let's see what happens. And now you cannot interact with the boxes, they won't move. Which makes sense since we removed the rigid component. Now let's add a script to the boxes. And go to My Scripts, Objects to Collect, and here. Okay, that didn't work, so let's just manually do this. Objects to collect, put on each one. There might be a faster way, but this works too. So now, each one should have a script. There we go. This one has double, so let's just remove this component. And now, all of them have one script, objects to collect. If we click play, nothing's going to happen. So let's enable the box collider, the isTrigger method. So click on all of them again. I know it's tedious. And highlight isTrigger. So now when we play, it should play differently now. And now the boxes disappear when you collide with them. Oh. There we go. So it's just a little bit of force. And now all of them work. Okay. Okay, and now we want to add a UI. So we click 2D, and you should get this view. Yes. And click plus, UI, text. I'm going to leave it like this, but what I am going to do is click canvas. Click F, text. I'm going to move this text here to the middle. I'm going to double the size to 28. I'm going to align it to the middle, and I'm going to change the color to white. If you can see right now there's nothing, but that's because the box isn't big enough. So we want to expand the box, and now we have our text. Okay, let's go to the next page. We want to add the event system, so just stay in your 2D section, add a plus, UI, event system. Mine's already here, so I'm just going to use this. We want to add a script called count objects. So you go to your My Scripts, count objects, and drag it towards event system. Now we have this. Tags in Unity, we want a tag with Ellen, so let's go to third person controller. We don't need to be any more in 2D, so click out of that. Since we have third person controller highlighted, click F, and you'll be brought back to Ellen. And click tag, and put player. Now if everything went right, it should start working. Okay, as we can see the number 6, it should go down for each box that we click. 5 and 4. Which means that everything is now working and you have a third person controller mechanic fully working. And that is the end of the video.